Hey everybody, Bobby Williams running for Florida Governor 2026. I think right now with this government shutdown, SNAP and WICS, I think it's a perfect time really to talk about our education system, our K through 12. You don't hear a lot about it. You hear about our higher education, you hear about vouchers and school choices, but we don't really hear about our public schools, which is a huge, huge, huge problem. How do we get people off SNAP? How do we get them off of WICS? How do we get them off that kind of system? Really, it starts with early age, our kindergarten through 12. If we start teaching them ethics, teaching them manners, teaching them work ethics, teaching them respect, honor, balance a checkbook, how to even budget, not quit wasteful spending. So much we can teach our youth that's not being taught. It's so much wrapped around and centered around testing. It's just testing, 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 testing. I don't care if you talk to a teacher or principal, they're just frustrated and tired of the system. They love kids. They want to see kids do well. They love what they do. And a lot of them quit the last 10, 15 years because of the system. And it really needs to be revamped and fixed to where we can teach these kids. Teach, not test. Teach these kids all the things they need when they can turn 18. They know how to deal with the IRS, the taxes, how to, like I said, budget, balance a checkbook, and how to start a business. What is an S corp? What is a C corp? Why do you need an accountant? What's accountant do? What are they there for? There's so much that we could teach these kids to where they don't have to struggle at it. For me, same way, I started my own business, I had to figure that stuff out on my own. It wasn't taught in school and that kind of stuff. And it needs to be taught where it's at least some basic skills, to where when they graduate high school, and obviously trades, and put trades back in schools, where these kids graduate high school, they're ready for the world. Best we can do. Because right now it's not happening. And we see that with, the SNAP program and all these programs. And half the programs are even corrupt. We can look at it. It keeps the poor poor, which is another huge problem. Even that system needs to put people on a 5, 10, 15-year budget plan, where, hey, you can make more money, you can get out of that range, but it allows people to get ahead. But, and every 5 years, 10 years, that gets evaluated. And if they're not doing it, you cut them off. If they're doing it, and doing it well, see what we can do more to help them instead of just keeping the poor poor, which ultimately is what the system does. So, Bobby Williams, Florida Governor 2026. Love y'all. Be blessed. Have a great day.